Shondell Jackson, who is facing charges for the murder of a university student in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. According to reports, Jackson, who was 18 years old at the time, along with his friend Derek Thomas, were actively seeking victims when they spotted Nathan Potter leaving a bar. Suddenly, the teens made an ill-fated attempt to rob Potter as he returned to his apartment. However, when it became apparent to Jackson that Potter did not possess any cash, he fatally shot him. Following the murder, officials revealed that Jackson fled to Mississippi, but his uncle eventually disclosed his whereabouts, leading to his arrest. When Jackson appeared in court, he made light of the situation by gesturing at the family and cursing at them. When he was escorted out of the courtroom, you can see him smiling at the family. Moments before the sentencing, Jackson's mother told the court she first heard about the killing on TV.
She first heard about the killing on TV.
When I saw it on the news, I even cried. I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I never had a clue that my
Then,
child
Nathan's father read a heartbreaking victim impact statement.
There's nothing that can be said to bring back our Nathan. But your sentence can ensure that Shondell does not have the opportunity as a free man to inflict pain like this again. Is there such thing as pure evil? We think so.
Jackson now apologizes for what he has done.
I apologize for my behaviors. Please don't take my life from me.
Jackson's attorney had asked the judge to consider his client's youth and lack of impulse control. However, when Judge Rebecca Dallett announced life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, all hell broke loose.
Has an outburst.
As Jackson was being subdued by authorities, you can hear one of Jackson's family members scream directly to Nathan Potter's family. Luckily, the courtroom incident during the sentencing did not result in serious injuries. Eventually, Jackson was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Life and the need to protect the community, which I also fear for with Mr. Jackson being out in the community. I am going to go ahead on count one, the first-degree intentional homicide conviction, and I am going to sentence Mr. Jackson to life imprisonment without possibility for extended supervision. I know that is something that...
As for Jackson's accomplice, Derek Thomas, he pleaded guilty to acting as the lookout and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Shondell Jackson's actions in court were disgraceful. However, his actions seem harmless compared to infamous school shooter TJ Lane's. 18-year-old TJ Lane is facing charges for multiple murders in Ohio. On February 27, 2012, TJ Lane would become an American murderer who gained notoriety after committing a horrifying killing spree at Chardon High School in Ohio.
Chardon High School, we had shots fired, gunshots, multiple gunshots.
Chardon High School, as police records, Lane entered the school and proceeded to the cafeteria, where he unleashed a hail of bullets, resulting in the death of 3 students and severe injuries to 3 others.
You see glances of your friends laying all over the place, there's blood, there's people screaming, everybody's running in different directions, and you're just trying to get out.
As if the murders weren't cruel enough, when Lane got to court, he showed no signs of remorse to the victims' families. Everything seemed normal as Lane strutted into court in a blue button-down. However, moments later, Lane would reveal just how cynical a teenager he is. When the prosecutors pointed it out to Judge David Fury, TJ smirked with a sense of pride. We typically see convicts wearing an orange or red jumpsuit in court, but this teenager is not the typical convict. Lane's antics only got worse when family members of the victims got the chance to speak directly to their child's murderer.
Nick is a very kind and loving. Why would you want to hurt him? You don't know kind. You're evil. I will have to eventually forgive you. Otherwise, you will haunt me. You will never, ever be in my thoughts after this. Never.
Lane smiled and laughed through all of them. Then, Lane told them what he really thinks.
Saying pull the trigger that killed your son, masturbates to memory. Love you.
The judge presiding over the case, Judge David Fury, described Lane's behavior as heinous, unprovoked, and senseless, and sentenced him to 3 life sentences in prison without parole.